I went through Expedia to rent a van, and that was going to be through Hertz. I went to where they told me to go, and there was a sign on the door that said, "This building is closed due to electrical problems." So it's like, well, what do I do now? And there were two other people there when came by there, and they didn't know what to do either. We're all trying to see what's going on with Hertz. So there were some phone numbers, and I tried calling the Hertz business lines, and it would rain and rain, and nobody would ever answer, and then the raining would stop. Or I would constantly get busy signals. And the other people were having the same problems. So after about 20 minutes, 30 minutes there, I decided to drive to the airport, and the Hertz rent a van or rent a car at the Hertz stand at the airport. We got there and we parked in a handicap space because I am handicapped. And three men came out and told me that I couldn't park there, that they're not insured. And they were not very nice either. They told me they'd be calling a tow truck. So I didn't know what else to do, and I knew of another Hertz location. So we drove there, which was another 16 miles to go to the other one. We got there at 10 to 4. The office was closed at 10 to 4. It said on the door that their hours are, they close at 4 o'clock. But here it is 10 minutes early, and they're already closed, and there's already a problem with Hertz, with where they told us to go and a lot of other people. So finally, I got in touch with the live person at Hertz, and he said to go to the airport and they would honor the price and get me the van, no problems. So we drove another, 16 miles, got to the airport. We were ninth in line. There were 9 people ahead of us, or 8 people ahead of us. And when we got to the front, finally, the man said, "We have no vans. And even if we did, you wouldn't be paying this amount." And I told him what the Hertz man told me prior to getting there. And I said, "This is what they were telling me." And then he said, "Well, go talk to Miss Gloria." And it's at another building. So I went there. I was third in line. Finally got to Miss Gloria. And she said, "There's nothing we could do for you. You'll have to wait till Monday." Well, I needed the van right then because I was loading it up and driving to a show. I'm a comedian, believe it or not. So anyway, I had a lot of props I had to take, so I had to have a van. And she again said, "There's no vans." And then she went in the back, just in the middle of a sentence, and comes back out with her purse and coat, and she didn't say anything. She just left. And I'm like, what in the heck is happening here? And finally, a man came out. He told me the same thing. "No man, we can't help you." So I'm calling again, and then it's finally at 10 o'clock in the evening, I finally threw the towel in, and I missed my show, which cost me a lot of money. And nobody's, they're not being very kind. I didn't really ask for anything else. Some sites told me I should ask for a reimbursement of how much I was supposed to pay, but I haven't done that. But this was so unacceptable. You go where they tell you to go to pick up a car. This is Hertz, big company, and they didn't have any we didn't know what else to do after that. So that's pretty bad, you know. And the fact that not only did I not get to do the show and I lost money, but it also hurts my reputation. So I'm okay now. It's been over a week, but the first few days I was not a happy camper. So that's what happened. It's kind of interesting because I'm usually a very calm person. I don't like to make waves, and I still don't, even though I am with Hertz right now. Um, I just, I guess that's just a way for me to express my disappointment and let other people know that this could happen to them. Maybe, maybe not. But I was so angry. I mean, even and not only did they not have a van and that we didn't know where to go, they told me that even if they did have a vehicle, it wouldn't be at the price that I initially had needed it for. And like I'll tell you, it was for $350 for 4 days is what I got. Well, they told me it was going to be $300 for 1 day if they had one, and between 250 and 350. So how they need to do something about that too. When it's not a fault of the customers, you need to do something to make it, like you say, good customer relations, with the company. But none of that was done. And how dare them want to charge twice as much than what I had planned on just because it was their fault. you know, I think that's wrong. That's another suggestion I would, probably make.